Here I am in Lightroom, and what you can see here is a virtual copy. You see the dog-eared corner. I have the blue label that just lets me know I've already edited it in Lightroom before. So I'm going to look at this file here, the virtual copy really, and I can see my different edits I've done in Lightroom. But there's some work I want to do in Photoshop. So I'm going to use my external editor, which will be Photoshop, and do some more work. So I can control click or right click. I'm going to do edit in, and I happen to have my presets. So this is going to be continued edit process. So I'll use this preset I made here. And this will ensure that I do Photoshop. If Photoshop is not open, you'll see it quickly open up Photoshop and you'll get here. And I know I'm in Photoshop because I have my layer starting here. And depending on how you have it set up, you'll see different things. So I'm going to collapse my history and I'm just looking at my layers. So let's say I want to do something like an adjustment layer in Photoshop. I'll do that real quick. I'm going to come up here to adjustments and I'll make a curves adjustment layer. And I want to boost some midtones here. So I'll go ahead and I'm just going to boost a little bit of midtones, but I'm not going to do it everywhere. I'm going to do it mainly kind of in maybe the lens area, make that lens pop, maybe even the Nikon label a little bit. So by default, I have a layer mask and it's white. That shows all, or the technique's being revealed on everything. I'm going to flip it so that it's inverted here on the mask icon. That puts black on top. I'll grab my paintbrush tool here. I'm going to grab my foreground color and make it white. And then right here, I'm sort of painting it on the areas that I want to include that effect. So I'm doing mainly in this area. And I'll get a little bit of that Nikon label as well. So that's really just where I wanted it, was just that local adjustment. So I can option click the mask and I go, oh, I missed a couple spots. Or you could use your quick mask. So with my slash key, it gets me to quick mask mode. I can see how much I've used it. So that gives me a little bit of a way to mess with it. Now, let's say you want to do other things in Photoshop. So I got some more retouching I want to do. I'll do my spot healing brush. I'm going to make a new layer. I'll call this retouch. And I'm going to sample all layers, make this content aware, zoom up. And I got kind of some dirty stuff here. So I can just kind of make, once these spots go away, and I won't do this too long here because it will just take forever. And honestly, there may be another retouching technique that might help. It's got some wear and tear on this beautiful camera lens. But as you can kind of see, I'm working and cleaning it up. So I could do this all night, really, if I wanted to, but I don't. So I'll just zoom out a little bit, and just for giggles, that's how it looked before. That's how it looks now. So I did some extra retouching there. Okay, so I've got all this. It's not permanent. I need to save it. So I'm just going to go File, Save. That's going to send it back to Lightroom, make it an actual file. You'll see it now has a file name, -edit.psd. I'm going to close this down either by the X or Command W. Either way will work. I'm going to go Command Tab on the Mac, go back to Lightroom, and you're going to see something here. Look in the toolbar. There's another file. If I hit G, there's another file. If you look right here at the film strip, you'll see that this is the same file name, A1-1, but now it's got -edit.psd. So for me, whenever I've got something that's going to be a PSD file edit, I'm going to make it purple. So that way you can go, oh, there's the Lightroom. Oh, there's the Photoshop. And I can just tell a difference between the two. So that's how it is in my handout. And just kind of, it's just good to be able to figure out and be able to work out what you've done as far as your workflow. So whatever works for you, but that gives you a process. So that's my edit in Photoshop, little trick to keep things simple. By the way, the Photoshop edits are going right next to the original files in my Lightroom catalog. So they're on my hard drive. They're in whatever folder that original file was in, and they're automatically put in this edits collection. So it's all really nice and neat. You'll notice I didn't go through Finder window and I didn't do anything fancy. I just did this.